Cuba. Cuba. The new destination for Americans after Obama lifted major travel restrictions that had been in place since the United States under John F. Kennedy placed an embargo on the island of Cuba. I took advantage of very cheap flights to spend this past Christmas and New Year's basking in the glory of Cuba. And though I typically do a vlog of my whole trip before I give out any tips, traveling to Cuba is such a hot button topic, I'm getting the tips out first. I loved Cuba. And now I totally understand Cubans' frustration with living under such a restrictive government, but I hope they are proud of how much they sustain with a world power like the USA's foot on their neck. The island is beautiful, lush, green, and relatively clean. I was marveling at the paved roads and highways. People so often overlook how much infrastructure matters, but Cuba has it down in a way that many other islands and countries who supposedly have the giving hand of the United States as an ally do not. Beautiful roads with traffic lights that work. Let me tell y'all, after going to Ghana, I appreciate the hup out of a working traffic light. And after visiting Togo, I love a paved highway with shoulders and service wheels. Let me tell you what I won't be taking for granted. But let's actually get into these tips. Please listen carefully. I see you already readying thumbs to type away a question I've already answered in the video if you just listen. Now, thumbs up this video. Skyscanner and Google are your friends. Skyscanner lets you search for the cheapest date in the coming year. Google Flights populates the cheapest date over 3 months, so it's easy to tweak dates for better flight deals. Book your ticket directly through the airline of your choice. A form will pop up saying travel to Cuba is still restricted, and gabba gabba goo, click yes, put your info in, and book that flight, boo. My flight was $300 round trip on Delta from Dallas to Havana. Let us get into these restrictions. If you have ever in your life had to get a visa to West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, you're gonna roll your eyes at this cakewalk. The visa process for Cuba is easy peasy for right now. Surprise, surprise, your American passport doesn't get you into every country for the free. Cuba requires a visa for Americans. You can be difficult and get it through the Cuban consulate in Washington, D.C., or be smart and save time by booking it through your airline, where you pick up the visa at the gate for your flight. That OFAC certification that's listed as a requirement on the State Department website, that's just a part of the visa where you check off one of the 12 reasons for why you are traveling to Cuba. It is not that deep. More than likely, you're gonna check people to people. I checked journalism. None of this stuff was checked or verified at the Cuba airport. Cuba is after them American tourism Dolores. Just don't go breaking the law and doing dumb shit in the country. I paid $50 for my visa through Delta, picked it up at the gate. It is literally a small square piece of paper where you fill in your info. I filled out much longer paperwork traveling to Thailand where no visa is required. Cuba's specific medical insurance is also listed as a requirement on the State Department website. If you buy your visa through your airline, that is included. No one ever enjoys the process of visiting consulates for visas. I urge you, do not be difficult. Cover all your bases in one shot and get the visa through the airline. Packing. It's like any other Caribbean island, except this one has a small airport. And it is advised you just pack a carry-on because picking up your bag can take a minute or a couple of hours. I checked the bag because I had every intention to buy all the rums and artwork, so I needed a suitcase to carry it back in. I had no problem upon arrival, got my bag quickly, but that's far from a guarantee. And my bags were put on the wrong flight coming back to the States, though I did get them in one piece a few days later after Delta then shipped them to El Paso instead of Dallas, even though it had a big ass tag saying DFW. W. Check my blog for follow-up posts on places to eat, my favorite beach, and other recommendations. I can't wait to go back to Cuba. And yes, I have a video all about the art. If you've traveled to Cuba and have some tips to offer, be sure to leave them in the comments down below.
Sí, sí.